Right, so this is the very basics of pointers now in code. So hopefully this will be helpful. So int a equals 1. So we've simply got an int, okay, an integer. So it's a number from 1 to 32,000, something like that. Well, signed as well. But we're going to say it's 1. And then over here we want a pointer. So the reason, or the way we do this is like this. So we say int pointer. Right, so the reason we say int is because when you instantiate a pointer, you don't actually say, you don't actually do this, pointer and then the name, you don't do that. You don't tell it it's a pointer with the word, you start with the type to which the pointer refers to. So if we want it to refer to an int, then we start it with int. If we want it to refer to a string, we start it with a string. You start it with the type of the variable which you want it to address to, if that makes any sense. Then we put an asterisk, and asterisk in this sense means pointer. So it doesn't mean multiply, okay? It means pointer. So int pointer, and then we'll call it whatever we want to call it. I'll call it PTR for pointer. And I'm going to say equals, then I'm going to say ampersand a. And this is a bit weird, I know. So ampersand means get the address of. Okay, so it's saying int pointer equals get the address of a. So what it means is get the address of a in RAM. So it could be position 1000 in the RAM or 122 or anything. It could be anything. So it's saying get the position of a in RAM and store it into this variable. It's fairly simple to start with. And that's basically how you get the address of something and store it into a pointer variable. And now, you know, what can we do with it? So what we might want to do is mess about with the value to which the pointer points. And to do that we use something called a dereference operator. So now this is even more complicated. It's a bit daft, but I'm going to go ahead with it. So asterisk pointer equals 512, okay? Now this is very weird and I'll just explain. So before I mentioned that asterisk can be multiplied, and then I said it can mean pointer. So int pointer and then the name equals whatever. And it does, asterisk means pointer. Now there's also another function of asterisk, and it's silly, but asterisk can also mean dereference. So in this case, if I was to do this, pointer equals 512, what it would do is it would attempt to change the address of the pointer. So then we'd be referring to, you know, RAM cell 512, but that's not what we want. What we want is to change the actual value to which the address points to in RAM. So dereference means that. It means we want to play with the pointer, but we don't want to change the pointer's address. We want to deal with the value to which it points to. So yeah, asterisk pointer means that. So what's going on here? We've got a variable, the value is 1 for the integer, then we're saying get the address of that and store it in another variable, then we're saying mess about with the value to which the pointer points to and assign it a value of 512. So if I put some serial printlns in here, so serial dot println a, that should return 1. But if we put it down here, and bearing in mind we've not actually done anything with a, this will magically change to 512, right? So a, it will be 512, and I'll prove this to you. So upload, and you'll see what it does. So compiling sketch, and Control Shift and M when it's done. Is it doing it? COM11. I'll just check the serial port is right. Yeah, it looks about right. So compiling sketch. Sometimes it takes ages and sometimes it's really quick. Uploading. Done. Right, so Control Shift M and you'll see what it does here. Yeah, you see? So the value of A there is 1, but the value of A here is 512. So that's what a pointer does. So what we've done is we've had a variable, we've made a pointer to it, and then we've changed the value of the pointer. well, we've changed the value of the variable to which the pointer points to. It's kind of complicated, I know. So what else can we do? Well, we can do stuff like this too. So let's make another one, int b, and we'll say int b equals pointer. So dereference pointer. So then what that means is that b, the variable b, equals whatever the value of this is. So whatever the value of the thing it points to is, which in this case would be 512. So let's give that a go, and I'll show you. Uploading, done uploading. And I didn't do a serial print. 1 second. Print learn b. And let's upload that again. Control Shift M, here you go. So this is A. That's A after we've changed it by using the pointer, and this is B after we've copied the value from the pointer into variable B. So very basically, this is how you can use pointers, and this is a very basic use of them. Although I say it's basic, it's pretty much all there is to it, really. So we've got string, oops, capital S, a string, let's say name1 equals Anthony, and string name2 equals Sonia. Alright, now what do we want to do? We want to, we could use another string and choose, could say string equals this other string, like we did in the first example, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go straight into pointers. So we want string pointer, string, we need the asterisk of course, pointer, we won't assign anything to that at the moment. Then let's say, I don't know, if something, if 1 equals 1, then do this, else do that. Bit of a crazy thing, I know, but just something to show you. So pointer equals the value of, sorry, not the value of, the address of name1, or otherwise pointer equals the address of name2. This is actually not a very great example, but without having to put a lot of code into it, I'm thinking I can't really think of a better way to explain. But anyway, what we want to do next is serial.println the value of pointer. Okay, so let's upload that, and hopefully it will work. Okay, so it's done uploading. I'll just do Control Shift M to get the console up, and you can see here that it's selected Anthony, and that's because, of course, if 1 equals 1, 1 does equal 1. But what's actually going on here? So we've got a string here which is taken some space in RAM. We've got a string here which has taken some more space in RAM, and we've got a pointer here. So what you could do is you could say this string equals name1, or this equals name2, or whatever. And what it would do is that it would basically copy the value from those variables. But anyway, because we're using a pointer, and remember a pointer in this case is only 2 bytes, we're actually storing the address of one of the 2 locations instead of copying the actual text. So if you think about it, I know this illustration is a little bit silly, but if you think about it, the pointer will take 2 bytes, but to copy a whole name will take a lot more. So we've kind of saved at least 3 bytes, or in this case, oh no, it's 3 bytes, or 4 bytes in this case, just by using a pointer instead of actually copying this into a variable. So if we were to change this now and re-upload, it will say Sonia, and hopefully that's enough to show you that you can, gain tiny enhancements just by using pointers, and that's kind of how they work. So yeah, it says Sonia there. Anyway, that's my attempted introduction, if you like, to pointers. And pointers can be easy, it depends on how you think. They are kind of simple if you think about it, but they can also be very complicated as well. I mean, there are a lot of things which I've not touched on. I mean, you can have pointers to pointers. I could have gone on about the relationship between pointers and arrays and how the similarities and stuff like that. But I think that for the amount of time that you're going to come across pointers, I think really the basics of pointers will do for probably 90% of different situations. So yeah, this is my attempt anyway. I've actually really struggled with this video because it's so hard to get to the point, make sure it's not overly waffly, keep it concise and accurate and all that. I've really struggled, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope it was useful, and if you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, thumbs down, and if you've got any comments, please let me know. Anyway, thank you for watching. Bye.